Hey Nick, good morning. Sorry for the again. Liz Kimber, guess what? What's up? Chicken butt? What's up? What's up, Liz? Oh no. Let's go. At the table games. Good morning. Good morning. I successfully made my first humanoid-ish model, rigged it and animated, and now I'm working on giving it a painted look. Hell yeah, Liz Kimber. Remember taking those first steps a long time ago? Gotta do it. It's the most fucking ugly thing you did see, bud. Hey, dude, you should have seen the fucking Goblin that I did when I originally did that. Hey, seriously? My life is thrown into disarray. I have no idea where my glove is. My art glove. I want to start painting right now. Good morning. Good morning, Shmonite. Morning all. Got a chance to participate in yesterday's stress test. Hope the devs got some good information. George Blair, I believe we did. Ollie seemed pretty confident in some of the outcome stuff. Seriously though, where's my drawing glove? Found my drawing glove. This stress test was like the best 5.5 hours of my life for ages. Well, almost since the last one. Nice. I wanted to, but but I was the only parent for my 2-year-old during it. Oh, I see. At the table games. Well, maybe you'll be able to hit up the December one. Okay, found my glove. Life's good. Liz, are you gonna post that once it's done? Once you got it all painted and everything, you gonna post that on the community thingy or whatever? Community content? Wait, hold on. It might just be easier to select this. Hey, Soldier's Fate. Finally found me at the very end with the dragon. That was so funny. You like messaged me and like, oh, you'll find me, and it was so funny. I saw you like 3 times, and I was like, and then I just stopped and looked the other way and it was so funny on my side. I don't know. I don't know how. Okay, let's see. Just need to. Oh man, this one is in rough shape. Let's do select inverse. Do something like that. Save, click. Was playing at 10 FPS was hard. Yeah, yes, even with the corpse off, but I still had a good time. Whenever I hear Goblin fighting or jump as I run, I always had a big smirk. Hear a Goblin fighting or a jump as I run by, you always had it. That's good. Yeah, there's some surprisingly good reception around the Goblin voices. Like, honestly, I think you guys are just, I don't know. Like, at one point, I joined this other stream, and unprompted, someone was just like, dude, who did the Goblin noises? And I was like, I did the Goblin noises to my head. I didn't say anything. And then they just went on about how they fucking love the Goblin noises. And I was like, that's good. That's good news. There's a couple quick rules that help with voice acting. I think, at least. One, keep it really short and to the point. So like whatever you think, you know, when you're talking and when I'm talking, just quicken it up by like a good 10-20%. And then you'll sound a little bit more better, I guess. And then two, actually fucking full send it. It's like the two things. But I don't even know if that's like, that's just what I've heard, and I've applied that every time I do Goblin sounds. I wrote character to make a Goblin at the end. Good, Liz Kimber. Do you have a cat or a dog? I learned to check them first. Oh, for my glove? Yes, I do have a dog. Luckily, he's sleeping at the moment. But yes, it's a good advice. Check the dog. Let's see. There's so much to do and explore. I spent a lot of the time just running around. Nice. Good. The first little bit was too laggy for me to truly like. Well, I think it was too laggy for anyone to truly like group with someone, because someone would run off, and then like what you needed like a campfire, and then just pull things into the campfire, right? That was, dude, that campfire mechanic is so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. Like, you can make like these makeshift campfires or whatever, and just run your group from there. Wouldn't mind trying to do voice acting work at like a serious capacity, Nick. It'd be kind of fun. But I'd imagine that it would take a long time to just set up connections and everything. And wait, hold on, Nick. Have you heard some of the placeholder stuff that I did for dwarves and gnomes? Mind you, they're placeholder. Maybe you were there on the stream where I showed it. Alright, so for today, I'm gonna do some of the more boring, art pieces, you know, like, and then I want to get in, some more faces. So we have faces for like ogres and everything set up, and I think I want to do another dwarf face. And then after that, I think I want to do another, female dwarf face, because we want at least 2 per thing for the next test. And there's also a bunch of fixes that we need to do. What were some of the texture glitches? You guys, I made 25 characters in MMore yesterday and logged into them all. That you're wild. You're fucking wild. I think we want some beard options for the dwarf. I also kind of want... We need to organize like all the facial structure things as well, because I think we should start with face instead of hair color or hair. I'm sort of thinking like in terms of hierarchy, faces or skin colors at the top, face is right underneath, or face is at the top, skin colors right underneath. And then you go to hair, and then you go to hair color, and then you go to or maybe you go to brow, and then you go to hair, brow. So it goes face, skin color. No, it should go face, hair, brow, extra things, skin color, hair color, brow color, beard color. Something like that. So the colors are grouped, and then also the other elements are grouped. That's what we should do, because there's so many people just looking at the stream and everything that you know, like they didn't even check out the face customization, and it's just because it was sort of hidden in all of our other options. Also, I think I said this. Hi, McNarf. But I'm gonna say it again. Hi, McNarf. My crap internet wasted hours of downloading time. Oh man, did you get the we should have been, I think, a little bit more on top of sending out that other link, that like secondary link or whatever. That helped a lot of people. Well, there's more tests in the future, so. Did you at least get in, Justin Beard? Glow Gaming. Good day. How's it going? I'm personally just excited to hear and see like some videos, people, you know, covering Monsters and Memories. The amount of fucking goblins that was in that test blew my mind. I was so happy. I was like, Jesus, does Night Arbor have a goblin problem? Soldier's Fate, you're able to record and do anything, man. That was so funny. Badvec, 100%. That was so funny. Chinny D made the guild only goblins. That was, I think I mentioned it, you know, he was looking for like a goblin only chat, you know, if there's a way to do that, and I was like, well, you can make a guild. And then it became his mission, I think, after exploring, to make a guild. Then he made a guild and he called it only goblins, and then he was looking to invite someone, and I just happened to be running by, quote unquote happened to be running by as my other character. And so I was the first member, official member of Only Goblins. And then it spiraled out from there. It wasn't even me. You guys happy with the test yesterday, Tassin? I think so. I think that the test went really well. A lot of people really liked the art, which was really cool, because that's sort of where we were aiming. Everybody they looked at the textures and was like, oh yeah, this feels right. The textures feels great. And yeah, in general, people were pretty happy with things. I think the lag was a little bit too brutal, but from what I understand, Ollie is on his way to getting some of it good to go. Beldrin from YouTube says, good morning, the stress test was awesome. I could not believe how vast some of the zones were. Did at least an hour straight just exploration from the main hub. Very impressed. I'm glad, Beldrin. Eventually all that stuff is going to be filled with things to like actual content, you know. The test was amazing balls. Says EQOA. I ranted my face off at the first 10 to 20 minutes, then I slowed down and stopped trying to rush it and just began to live in the world. Nice. Well, I've been looking through some of the VODs, just watching people's reactions to some of the facial customization stuff that they haven't seen since they haven't been following much of the streams, and it was so fun. Every single time people came across the goblin face, it was like, I was like so happy, so proud that of my little goblin's face and how they were able to like get a good reaction out of people. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the stress test. But as you can see, no rest for the wicked. We're heading right back into dev territory. Deep Gnome, I'm interested in Deep Dwarves, like amazing. Yeah. Was it you guys have? Overcaster was a nice change. Yeah, we did have an Overcaster. I had so much fun, I will have to go back and watch the streams of our group. Nice. Yeah, goblins look amazing. Everybody loved the gobbo. They even made it a goblins only guild. Yeah, I'm a bit of a... I'm a dip out for now, editing my reaction video to the stress test right now. Hell yeah. Okay, EQOA. Make sure to get a good goblin, a good couple goblin clips in there. And I'm excited to know about your adventure, CQOA, because I was like, we grew for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, dude, go do your own thing. And then I think I said, go do some quests or whatever, your rogue quest. I don't know if you did that. I hope you had fun. Spent most of my time on a goblin shaman. Very great animations. Love the jump sounds. Nice. Sick. Sadly, I was working on this, this test, but next test, if I'm off, or next test, I am off and ready for it. Good. Good. All right, let's get this. I'm gonna chill out a little bit on reading everybody's comments, just because I need to focus on getting this glove hand where I need it to be, because I'm only doing the metal part, but I have the rest of the whole hand to do, man. To be honest, I kind of wish that I just, for the next test, I don't know if I'm gonna be on like GM duty or not. But this time I wasn't. But I think I spent too much time like looking at everybody's streams and reacting and not actually engaging enough to play. And so I think I need to like essentially just turn off all the other stuff sometime and just be able to focus and be Because here's the thing, I don't play enough. I do a lot of the art, but I don't play enough to actually know a lot about the game. So like, it's funny because a lot of the players like actually know more than I do about like some of the mechanics, especially given that most people have some sort of background with EQ. So like, I am more of a noob in this game than anything. Even though I have like insider access, I tend not to utilize it. I tend not to ask, you know, what is this for? What is this? You know, what do we? Unless I'm asking someone in game, I tend not to ask Nick. Because then I can sort of figure out. Did you grow up on EQ? When I was like 21 when I first started playing on February of 04. No, I didn't. I didn't grow up on EQ at all. Was able to auto follow on my cleric, buff people, and leech XP. Hold on, wait. So much fun. By the way, thank you, the devs, for letting people nuke themselves. I loved watching my group casters blow themselves up. Yeah, I've casted a few things on myself. Sadly, I was working this test. I was able to auto-follow. I never found the well or the thing to rub, but I had a lot of fun and made it to level 3 after my interlude of trying to find the stone with the level 2 fighter. I know where both of those are, Liz Kimber. Next test, if you want to round up with me, we could do those quests together. I found all the Elementalist quest stuff this time. Next time I can knock it out in 10 minutes. Cleric feels right. Totally chill playstyle. I can brew coffee and play. Goblin, did you grow up on EQ? That's where I was before. No, I did not. I played a little bit of classic WoW. That's it. And then I continued to play WoW as it, but I got more into the PvP and realized how much I missed even the little bit amount. I only had like 2-3 months sub or something like that for World of Warcraft Classic, or Vanilla when it was out, and I think I only made it to like level 28 on my Warlock. I was addicted. It was so good, but I was a kid, and the sub cost money. I started in 99, but I was 27. Didn't start at the very beginning, but it wasn't long later. I started EQ when I was 13. In 2000, my dad and his GF played, and still play now and then. When I was 13, there was no internet. There wasn't even computers in most houses. Yeah. Alright, okay, sorry. I'm just reading chat. Gotta get you guys content. That means painting feels much better. How does that look? Pretty good. Oh yeah, I also need to go and touch up the female naked body just a bit. I think Sukin mentioned he didn't like something and I agreed. I think the community really loves the content and conversation at the same time. And how open you guys are can compare to any other game. Any other game creators, to be honest, is great. Keep it up. Can't compare. Got it. Well, we're doing a pretty good job, I think. Yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job. There's a lot of like, and I've noticed this, a lot of like mystique, you know, around game devs, like, you know, like, or just making games like a bunch of fools. So, I don't know. Of course, you know, like for example, my friends, like, you know, they look at this game and, you know, they keep me humble. They're like, looks like trash. Of course, they're comparing it to like a game that has released, right? But then they're also they also won't play any pixelated games, so they have like they have like the most vanilla game taste I can like sort of describe, you know? And so they keep me humble. It's like eventually we want this game to look like really good, but I don't think, you know, their taste will allow for low poly to look good. That being said, they liked Valheim, so I mean, they have a soft spot for Vikings. So maybe they'll like our ogres or our sojourners. Lesser graphics equal wider audience, and graphics just not enjoyable gameplay make. Pessimistic Squid says. Yes, I agree. I agree with that statement. I don't know. I think some of my friends are just They are looking for a game that does not exist, and little tiny details of like a game not being the exact way that they want it will stop them from playing it entirely. And so and that's with me too, right? Like if I don't like the way that like a certain character looks or whatever, like if an animation isn't right, I'm over it. I'm done. So I'm that picky, but I'm that picky when it comes to aesthetics. I can usually deal with like game mechanics, you know, and however the game wants me to play. I'll usually do that. Like I'll be okay with it. But if something aesthetic is wrong, like I'm out. Like I know that you guys will have come across, some of you will have played a female goblin, and the female goblin's robes clipped through her legs. It made me so sad. Eldrin says gameplay is so much more important. I can go back to EQ easily because the game played great. Graphics never was my first requirement of a good immersive game. Yes, I wanted to be really into Project Quorum, but I can't relive near on 24 years ago. You know things you remember way more than you care to admit, and so it's never the same. Eminem is all new. It has that mystery, the new. One thing that bugs me is too many games are swish graphics, and I don't have the depth. I'd rather have super low poly, decent depth with a depth of story and gameplay. I'll say this. This is a conversation that I don't think we've had on this stream. Graphics does not equal aesthetics, and good graphics does not equal everybody knows good graphics does not equal good game. Good aesthetics also does not equal good game, but you can have a good game with good aesthetics. Or sorry, you can make a bad game good with good aesthetics. For some people. So like if you have like I don't know, if you have a really unique, nice like style, you can make a good game out of it. It's like but if you have like the right aesthetic. So let me break this aesthetic thing down really quick. Graphics is the fidelity. That's like the lighting, that's the getting realistic stuff, that's, you know, like that's all the stuff that goes into getting, you know, realism, let's say, is usually how graphics are taken a look at. Aesthetic, that's Minecraft, that's Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Like that's low graphic fidelity. Or here's examples of low graphic fidelity but with great aesthetics. StarCraft 1, great aesthetics, low graphic fidelity. Actually, it's kind of high, but that's because the pixels were rendering or whatever. And so what we're looking for is great aesthetics, right? We have high graphic, high texture fidelity, and that helps us sell the aesthetic that we want. But that's about it, right? It's painted graphics. It's not realistic. You know, we're not aiming to, like, we can hit that. We can hit that really good. We're not going to come into like a weird uncanny valley. because we can hit the aesthetic of this like high fantasy painterly realism or whatever. You know, it's like painters came pretty close but weren't able to quite hit like full realism. Wasn't a photo, right? But there's like this element of still knowing that it's a painting. It's good. So that's what we're hitting, and I think we will be able to hit across the board with all our textures and our low poly. And because it's all painted textures, we can hit that. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And so we're aesthetic. We're not high fidelity graphics. We won't be able to hit high fidelity graphics. We're not going to go for anything crazy because we're a small team. That's like, it's like, is Minecraft bad graphics? Kind of. But it has a great aesthetic. It just does. And that great aesthetic might not be for some people, but that comes down to taste. Draco's TV. Hey, how's it going? Iced Urn says M&M is familiar enough to but completely new at the same time. I had so much fun just running around, being lost, trying to find things, including my corpse after I died to a rat. Yes. The System Shock remake looked amazing, and it was all low res. Yes. I'm really looking forward to what can be done with all the mud commands in game 2. Yes. Me too. Right, my Elementalist quest required me to use a /place with a quest item in my bag on a random object in the environment that I had to use to look command to find the name of. Yes, exactly. The mud commands, absolutely crazy. That's what we want. Really like the aesthetics and style of M&M. It's a game I can see myself playing long term and feels like I'm part of / in the world instead of playing a game. And here's the thing: the animations are. Erkenstaff is fucking awesome. Keep on saying that on stream because I really believe it. He's killing it. All the animations feel so good already, right? And they're not even necessarily like fully like realized, you know? Like the Goblin animations are so good. Dwarf animations feel really good. That jump, the run, great. The halfling run is so good, so comfortable, cozy. Alright, okay. Finally, I think this part right here is finally like good to go. I can move on to the rest of the glove. Or the... Maybe I'll just chill out on the glove, actually. Glove seems actually kind of fine. But I'll work on these parts, this part here next. Ooh, this looks not good. Actually, I wonder. Let me open up. Oops. Recent, I think it was See if we can just... I know this is cheating. But what if we just did something like this? Now, looks pretty good, but I think that we can chill out on this part here. Oh yeah, so the reason I even brought up textures, or sorry, animation, is because animation can carry a game. A game's aesthetic, I mean. For sure it can carry a game's aesthetic. I just need to get rid of oh, I wanted to do this, and I need to get rid of this, go down here, go to about there, can this, go whoop, whoop, get rid of that, take a flat here, get rid of that. Now I have this, I can do that, merge down. That's all smooth. There we go. Where are we at? Oh boy, there we go. And let's see how that looks. Pretty good. Sorry, let me get back to reading what's going on. David Robertson, I started a Shadow Knight Fishing. I started as a Shadow Knight, fishing pole, shield, and scrolls, and I started with one too many items and kept an item out on my cursor, not letting me drop it. I put it in the bank. Didn't know how to open. Oh, that sucks. Spell book. Put items and spells with, and I died, and I picked up a few items. Picked up a few items at the time till I figured it out. Yeah, man, it's that's something that we have to watch out for. Is how to manage all that. I think there was I think a couple people were mentioning that it's like you can start with too many items. Though those spell scrolls, you get rid of them almost instantly. Once you mem them into your book. But yeah, I understand. Not ideal. But those mud commands add a lot of depth to the game, more layers to look at, unlike the shoot 'em up game. Oh, totally. Like there's an investigation aspect to it now. You know, where you're like, oh, I should try this, right? And it's like there's like this pressure as well, you know, because you're like by a well or whatever. I know the shaman quest, it was like okay, I found this well and it makes a sound. Okay, that lets me sort of know that this is a little bit more interactable and that it's wet. And so moss should grow around it, but it should only show at night because it's the moon dew stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I got this, right? But finding that well in the first place, there should be, in my opinion, for the first couple quests, this is just my opinion, and I think I actually differ from Sean on this. But I think the first few quests should be a lot easier on the player that is completely new to a game like this. Just completely new. Draco's TV says the playtest was incredible, still level 1 because I was too busy exploring. Nice. Stress test was fun. Sirinth. Yeah, no, it was good. But yeah, so the mud object stuff. Well, that's the thing. That's what World of Warcraft did with not every quest, but a lot of the quests. Was they'd give you a general direction of what to sort of look for, whatever. It's past this blank, and it's like it's up to you to sort of recognize the thing. Oh, I'm not sure if that's the tree that they're talking about. Oh, I'm not sure it's to the northeast. I am in the northeast. Am I? No, I'm in the northwestish. Okay, so I need to go east, and then you go, okay, there's this big boulder, and you're like, okay, well, now I'm looking for this big boulder with a kodo around it. And it's like there's something like nice about that the World of Warcraft stuff sort of did, where they're able to lead you around the world and have these landmarks and everything. This is classic that I'm talking about. This is before they had a mini map that showed you where you need to go, because then it was something that was sort of the new, like, going into the world was the what's the word that I'm looking for? It was like new to you. It offered novelty. That's the word. And what these mud interactions do is they offer that novelty as well with our quests. But our quests are, I think the first few quests should be a lot more handholdy because people are just starting to get and grasp the mechanics themselves. So it's like throwing them in the deep end, like it's like you can throw people in the deep end, but you know, let them first like understand that they're like, you know, I suppose you could say going into this game you're walking into the deep end or whatever, but I think the first few quests, 2-3 quests should be a lot easier, and you should be able to ask NPCs what things are. It'll be a lot better once we get that quick start guide implemented into the game, where you can just press F1 or whatever, and then you can read the quick start guide and understand and learn like a game manual or whatever. That will be a huge win. But no, I just mean like in terms of telling people where things are. Where's the shaded bloom in? It's like, okay, now we need clear, distinct things, landmarks that we know, and we have to set the world up so that we can go, okay, you can go here, and then just follow the signs. Then we have signs to the shaded bloom or something. Yeah, well, a little hint would be nice, yes. And we can plan for those moments of like, here's an example. So do you guys, I don't know how much you guys played WoW. You guys know what Mancrick's wife, you know where Mancrick's wife is? You know of Mancrick's wife? See, that quest was the perfect example of what I think we should do. That says, go south. I think it's like past the river, and you'll find her. Okay. Or you'll find, like, you know, that's where she was last seen. You're like, okay, I can do that. And then so many people just get completely lost. Mind you, this is level 12-ish stuff, right? You're around level 12, 13, 11, you know, whatever, somewhere around there when you actually finally get to the Barrens and you get to Crossroads. And then there is this quest that forces you, really, unless you want to wander around for a couple of fucking hours, to ask people, what's going on? Where's Mancrick's wife? It's to a point where it became a meme, right? Because that was the only one that stuck out. Everything else, it was like, it's like you might hear a question here and there, but that one was like the one that was hard and everybody asked. What I'm saying is we do that, but much sooner. We let the first 2, 3, 4 levels be sort of, or maybe even the first level, but like a couple quests, 2, 3 quests, right? Because we level slow. By level 2 or 3, then we introduce something like that. Level 2, or, you know, the fourth or fifth quest, then we introduce something like that where it's like, we have now, you have all this stuff, you know, that you know about, how you have the tools to figure things out, and now here, engage with the community instead of saying, do that like absolutely immediately. Is it Manrick or is it Mancrick? I always thought it was Mancrick, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's just my brain playing tricks on me. It's Mankirk. You still call him Mankirk? Yeah. Yeah, we all know. We all know what I'm talking about. But that's all I'm saying. And I don't think... me saying that, I think that Sean actually disagrees and thinks that that moment should be a lot sooner. I want to test the fuck out of it, and well, I don't personally want to test out. I'm too busy doing textures, just in general. Because like, I kind of want this to be a game that like me and my girlfriend can enjoy, or that she can enjoy on her own. And I feel like right now, because it is slow, it's hard, don't get me wrong, it's hard, but it's a different type of hard, and it's the type of hard that she's like perfectly suited for if we onboard people correctly. It's like the Ixars. I always thought they were Iskars. Weird how just that little thing can change your perception of them. Well, that's something that I've noticed even with playing, or so okay, so I'm making my own game, right? Making my own game called Witherhome. And this is a horror game, right? And we had notes around that like we want to entice people to look at and everything, right? So there are notes that you read in the environment and you go, oh, what's that, right? For the type of gamer that we are targeting, we want to bring in a bunch of casual players, even though, because it's kind of like a cutesy horror game, so it's like you're these little goblins that get fucking eviscerated by these really scary demons or monsters, whatever. And you play with friends, so that it's 1 to 4 players, so you get to watch your friends get absolutely emaciated. It's great. But we had notes, and we spent like so many test periods just refining like a single note so that people could not misinterpret things. And in some cases you want things to be vague because it's a horror game. You want people to go, what does that mean? You know, and then like have it be a little bit like, ooh, of course, right? But in some cases, no, we just want you to know the mechanic. And does this note do the job of getting you to know the said mechanic? No? Okay, let's rewrite it. Some notes we wrote, we rewrote N times. Tried out different like things, had different play testers come in and go, yeah, no, I didn't get that, or oh, I got that, right? So as soon as we get people going, oh, I got that, it's like good. that's the direction we should go. The shaman start you start with a note about a dream, no mention of where, who, or anything, which really does make it hard. So even if you find them, you don't know who to give it to. And when you give it to someone, they go, no, and they just shake their head, right? You'd think that when you give it to someone, they'd go, oh no, you should talk to blank. You know, especially as your first quest. Maybe we can build in some of that, you know. I think we can build in some of that, like, mystique and everything. Just a bit later than your first quest. But again, that's just me. I'm sure Sean will have a different take on it, and I don't want to backtalk Mr. Bossman, because he has a point. There is an argument to be made that if you can't deal with this, then this game probably just isn't for you. And I think he's more cynical on that side than I am. I think a lot of people would really love this game if we just give it the right amount of, what's the word? Right amount of massaging on some of those like key introduction parts. But I think he's also right that it's like, this game is not going to be for everybody. It's just not. It can't be. Something that, and this is still to this point, like, I still don't quite get it, and maybe it's just me, but I don't know how to ask guards for directions. And I've just been too, like, I don't know, like, I click on the guard, I say, where is Seekers of the Lost Eye? And it's like, did I misspell Seekers of the Lost Eye? I don't think so. And I just get met with, like, blank stares, being like, the fuck are you talking about? And I'm a dev, so I'm like, there's like even extra pressure to like just know, you know? But I don't. I don't know. I'm sorry. It didn't help that the Norse spell didn't point north. Did it not? Is that like a... Is that like a... like if you keep using that spell, it will eventually point the right way, and you just sucked. You know? Oh, well that's not right. 1 second. Yeah, just gonna quickly be right back. Hey Kershaw, how's it going? Alright, let me put love back on. Wait, hold on. Was I sharing anything? Okay, good, I was not. Why is that? What the heck? That should definitely be like this. Maybe oh wait, hold on. No, that's why. This should go over here. I was like, what the hell did I do to my setup? Alright. You said alright, how about yourself? I'm well. Maybe good. Oh, I think we need to have more streets throughout. Street signs, I mean, throughout. Dude, the guards don't want to be fucking bothered so much. They want people to hold on to their navigation pride. Damn citizens asking for directions all the time. No, it's more like damn random adventurers coming in asking for directions. What are you, an adventurer or a fucking tourist? Come on. So I think we need more signs around the city. Maybe I should do some sign concept art. I think we need one of these classic ones that go like this. Jeez, hold on. I think we need one of these signs. That's what I think. That way there is no confusion. It points directly in 3D space where the thing is. Doing the job of a sign. We need this kind of sign. Points to the thing in 3D space. No confusion lets the guards go about their business instead of being bothered by these damn tourist adventurers. Yes. How's it going, Keith? But I will say, here's the thing. We are also on our sort of like, I would say sort of on our first pass of a bunch of quests. And not a lot of resources has been truly like spent on Q&A on this thing, or testing and all that. One thing that World of Warcraft retail has a major problem with is direction in the game. They have so much that because there is a decent amount to offer, but they do a terrible job of keeping people in the world, and like actually engaging with like quests that aren't just fucking like straight quest lines, you know? Like even quest lines feel like, oh, like a check mark rather than like an actual quest that you're helping out with somebody or whatever. And I think that's a lot just to do with the UI work in that game, but also just like they also suck at just making content be self-driven. I think we can nail that. Yeah, you look at map, go to icon. But here's the thing. With World of Warcraft, at least retail, you look at map, you go to thing, but there's so many things on the map, so now you're hit with the Netflix problem, which is, I sit down at Netflix, and I asked my girlfriend, "What do you want to watch?" And she goes, "Oh, I don't know." And then you go, "Well, what about this?" And she goes, "No." And then she goes, "Well, what about this?" And you're like, well, "I'm not really feeling that. I've heard mixed things." And then you just sit there for like the next hour trying to figure out what you want to do instead of doing. I don't want that. Yeah, paralyzed by options in general. Yeah. And so we need to give good direction. Alright, is that good? I feel like this could be better, sort of like that. I wonder if I do this, what happens? Oops. Wrong one. Horizontal. I just want to see what happens. Oh, that's the same. The same little texture issue, so I don't need to bother with it. Alright, the front seems good enough, except for this part here. Unhappy with this. And then let's get to the belts here. I'm just gonna do one belt, and then I'm going to the next belt, or one belt, and then I'll copy it. chat up. Yes, Keith, I was very angry. I want to feel quests like promises that you change with them. So if you kill some named for a drop, the local village now know you as X-Slayer, retriever of their lost child. Fucking... yeah, maybe. Liz Kimber. That's really cool and everything, but... oh man, I'm just imagining how... like, how we could implement that where it wouldn't feel just, like, gimmicky. Like, what do we do? We have a couple of, dialogue things that are sort of generic, where you have a title that's now attached to you because you finished this quest, and it could be an invisible title. It doesn't have to show above your name or anything. And then someone says, you know, they're like, you talk to them, and they're like, oh, it's you. Blah blah blah, says your name. Oh, it's you, Liz. Dragon Slayer, blah blah blah. And then they ask you to go get, like, fetch some fish. You know? Smack a 900. Love the EQOA field to this. How is it funded? Entirely out of pocket. If you want to contribute, spread the word. Tell your favorite YouTuber about it. Tell your favorite aunt about it. Tell your friends about it. We're going to hit with this subscription model once the game has enough content to actually keep people happy, and as Eistern said, some like real merch. So that means like t-shirts, hats, you know, possibly like 3D models. I think Zukin was working on things like that, or like that you can actually purchase or whatever. So yeah, so that's how we're sort of doing it. That's right here. That's what we want. I think this needs to go a little further, like that. So I think that one little bit is just good as we're gonna get it. It could be less specific, but Village next one over says, hey, I heard of you from Village X. Maybe you'd like to help with us. And sure, maybe you decline sifting through poop, and the next say, or do you wouldn't help Village? Why? Maybe. Well, thank you for the reminder to save. I'm not opposed to it, but also I'm sort of thinking of the overhead and how that might affect things. Right now, the only way I could sort of see that happening is through faction. So if you got enough faction through something, then other factions would have a sort of like a reaction to that faction, you know, because we already plan on faction stuff. So I could see that fitting to the faction system. Typed in guard on the quick start guide and I couldn't find anything. Maybe what if I do direction? Don't see anything on direction on the quick start guide. Let's see. Hail. Use the H tree. Take care not to hit the Q key while speaking with an NPC. Yeah. Tell. /shout / auction / guild chat. Officer chat. Alright, what the hell? Why is this not lined up with the other one? It should be lined up. Okay, it's sort of lined up. Alright, there we go. Now it's lined up. Hey John. I'm halfway to 9k Goblin bucks. Liz Kimber, I have... What? You have 24k? Hey Chinny? Hey Chinny, by the way, I think I've told this story twice now already. And I'm sure you know, but when you invited Liar into the guild, first ever to enter only goblins, that was me. Pokeseller, interesting. Are most devs doing this pro bono, aka not taking payment until the game starts turning profit? Yep. Correct, Pokeseller. We just want this to fucking be the best thing ever. Yeah, I had a feeling you thought it was me. Maybe it was when you said, I think that's Goblin, that tipped me off. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm sitting there like, he's looking for a guy to create an only, or to be in the thing, and it's like, well, I'm right here, and he's going down this like area, and so I was like, well, I guess I'll walk down here, run down here, and then has happened to be the first one that you ran into that actually responded. That was fun. What's happening? The man called Nova says, what's happening? Hope the stress test went well. I think the stress test went fairly well. It was a lot less laggy than before. Ollie says he got some good stuff from it. So it turns out that the cards weren't set up correctly. I'm talking Sean right now. Oh god. Those two guards around the thing weren't set up correctly for the Shaman Guild. Oh man. Hold on, let me turn off. You guys don't need to hear these notifications. Yeah, so those guards that we were talking about, turns out they weren't really set up correctly. So, people asking for directions did not get directions. How does that look? Looks not bad, but I think I could come in like that a little bit better. That looks pretty fucking good. Maybe hold on. Let me. Okay, good. Which one is the? We could do something like this. Here I am, man. Will we get notifications if there's another event other than the scheduled events like yesterday in December? Yes, you will. Just go me in the kitchen cooking now. Is the plan to use the same item models across all the races, or will you have to do multiple iterations of each? Helmets will be custom. My daughter is a great artist, says Ingi3. Ingi3? Sorry for butchering your name. My daughter is a great artist. How would you recommend to get her started in this sort of work for learning? I would say go on YouTube, find all the tutorials you can, and start putting some time into it. I would say there's a couple different things that you could do. One, there's this really great book by Richard Schmid, and it's worth reading a couple times, if not just the very beginning. The very beginning of it is really good. It's kind of like an art ethos book, and it's how I sort of approach things as well. Richard Schmid, Alla Prima. Read the first chapter multiple times. Other than that, if it's this sort of work, so texture work, that sort of thing, get Blender, start messing around with things. Anytime you come up with a hiccup or don't know how to do something, all you have to do is Google how to figure it out. So work on your great Googling skills, and then you'll be able to essentially do this sort of work. If it's painting or concept art, which is an incredibly difficult industry to get into, that is very hard. I don't actually recommend it, unless she's super passionate about it and can't do anything else. I don't suggest this. Like, if she's gonna be super happy, like, I don't know, crunching numbers or something, or like being a scientist, or like, you know, I would say let her do that if you have the choice between the two. If she's really going to do amazing work and you think she's going to do amazing work and she's going to be happy doing amazing work, then you can go, okay, let's invest into this and see how far she goes. Because I got a lot of where I got to because I had a lot of support from my family, even though that support was the bare minimum, which was like, when you gonna find a job? And I was like, well, I have this job. And then it's like, okay, well, where are you, you know, so I was working full time. And now, when are you gonna get your own place? Or are you gonna go to school for this? And I was like, okay, well, no, I didn't want to go to school for it, because everything that told me that I should go to school for it was telling me not to. Don't go to school for it. It's a waste of time. I can learn on my own. And it's true. I would say if you can, find someone. There's a lot of really great artists on Patreon that are really fantastic, that teach you, that you can actually pay, and it's a tutor, and it's way, way less expensive. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos out there of content creators I don't care for once I hit a certain skill level. But to get to that certain skill level, super useful. I have a, what's it called, like a curriculum that I made up for people that want to paint from imagination. This isn't that. This is texture work. And it took me a while to get to where I am on the texture work front. She's still a teen, so her ideas are all over the place, still trying to open her mind to this as an option. Yeah, here's the thing. If she's passionate about it, go for it. But just know that starting out is really not ideal. I don't wish being an artist and surviving and making a living as an artist on even my worst enemy. It fucking sucks. Most of it, you'll find, will be completely selling out. I did commissions for a really long time, and then, but here's the thing, I had to split my commission work, so doing artist work and doing marketing work, it was like 20% artist work, and it was like 80% marketing work. So that means posting on Reddit, that means posting on every Discord that would deal with any sort of fantasy stuff. That means, mind you, I eventually found my niche of being able to paint just goblins or just fantasy or whatever, but it was a hell trying to get there. So if you're gonna do it seriously and have something to offer that is exclusively you. That's something that people can't go, oh, they just do a thing. You know, like, you have to have something like truly of yourself to offer. That, like, you know, that only you can bring. And you have to believe in that. You have to believe that you are the one that can only bring this thing. It's a weird thing to say, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling a bit too much on this. But you have to actually believe that what you're doing is like something that only you can do, or this particular way. And there's this whole other option with, like, holy shit, AI is coming in to, and that's one of the ways to sort of bulwark against that, is have something that is so unique that only you can bring.
The Discord has a notification channel set up for public test notifications. Awesome. Yeah, go there. I didn't even know that. Only you can prevent forest fires, and Eminem. Yeah, so that's something that that Richard Schmid book talks about as well. Is not to take it too lightly, you know, like it's serious work, even if it's not serious, like in subject matter. Actually, I wonder. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Let me read something really quick. This is an excerpt from the book, Al Prima. Alright, so it's either here or... Right, there's two elements here that I want to read. Okay. Artistic skill, the ability to draw well and make paint behave, is not a natural endowment like big blue eyes or great legs, nor it is a special knack you simply have or do not have, like a green thumb or a natural sense of rhythm, or surgeon's hands. Those things are nonsense too. Neither does it matter whether your parents, grandparents, or any of your ancestors were artists, except insofar as they may have motivated you, taught you, or served as role models. You can learn all the skills required for painting in the same way that you can learn anything else you are strongly drawn to. I don't mean to understate the difficulties, however. The great painters devoted their lives to their art, often to the point of total obsession. Serious painting is not something that can be learned casually. You must be willing to sacrifice many other things. And then going down into this last little bit, stay alert and sharp when you work. Make sure your mind is fully engaged. Serious painting is not recreation or therapy or hell-raising. It is intense creative work. Even though it may have some or all of the other benefits, it is a visual language, and if you intend to say something articulate and worthwhile, you must be fully conscious. Stay healthy and eat well if you can. That romantic stuff about being a starving artist is absurd. It is much better to suffer with a full stomach. But skip the wine or martinis. You need clear thinking to paint. Be good to yourself, take frequent breaks from time to time, give your mind a rest to stay fresh throughout the painting. Your work, after all, reflects you and your state of mind more than it reflects anything else. How many pictures have you seen that give up a message of fatigue or boredom or confusion or frustration? So those two little bits. That's from Alla Prima. Highly suggest that you pick that up. Give it a read. There's some great advice for those who wanting to become artists or painters or whatever. All right. Now let's just copy. And I will say that I have a little bit of a leaning towards kind of the artsy fartsy type stuff. And that's just, I think that's because I went to the fine arts in Alberta. Fine arts course or whatever. How's it going, Vante? And so I think I care about that a lot. About that sort of stuff. About an artist being able to express what they want and have something, you know, special to say. And that's how I felt with Monsters and Memories. I felt like I had something special that nobody else was getting right, and so that's where the concept art came from. That's where the goblins came from. That's where the traditional sort of look and take and everything came from. Well, of course, a lot of it was directed by Sean wanting to get back to a classic look, but I wouldn't be working on this game if I didn't enjoy it or also agree with the ethos. Right, I'd be doing my own thing. Been going well, being busy with work for a while. How are you, sir? I am very, very busy with work all the time. All the time. It's like, I stream these and then I go work like another couple hours on other like miscellaneous commissions that I'm not allowed to talk about. Damn NDAs, and also my own game, and also commissions that I'm don't really care to talk about. It's not that they're embarrassing, it's just not this work. Al Prima 2 Extended Edition by Richard Schmid. Yep, that's it. You got it. Alright, let's see what the back here looks like. I've done furry stuff for Monsters and Memories. The Ashira. The Knolls. There was a cat girl at some point. I'm not embarrassed by that. I draw goblin dicks.
You can't get me on that stuff. Mind you, all my stuff is like none of it is like sexually charged. It was all about all that goblin stuff, the nude goblin stuff. It was just about becoming and like just not fighting your own nature. You know, being one with yourself instead of like socially engineering yourself into something else that you're not. So you're able to enjoy life and be the thing that you want to be. I think a lot of that came from like, well, maybe it was subconsciously, but I know that in university they really push towards like a certain thing, you know, like a fine artist, you know, someone that takes life, you know, seriously, but then they only in the way that they want to take life seriously. So it's like a lot of weird like politics type stuff that I don't engage with. I'm like more at the trying to find out about my own nature rather than like claiming that I know my own nature and then pushing it on someone else. And so that was a lot of that. It was a little bit of rebellion, and then I think a lot of it came out through the way that a lot of my work, I mean, came out, and I just do what sort of felt right, and was accepting that I didn't give a fuck about what my family said or how my family wanted me to, you know, like do other things that would be more popular. That was a constant thing. It was like, why don't you just do this? It's like asking an artist why they don't just capitalize on the market of like mountain painting in like a tourist town. You know, like, might as well just not understand. Be like spitting on an artist's face, in my opinion. It's a total misunderstanding of who an artist is and why someone creates like the work that they do. You create work for money or for yourself or for what you believe in. Never want to create work again that I don't believe in. That would be ideal. Of course, you know, I have to make money here and there, so I don't. Sometimes there's work that's just, you know, it's not the most ideal. Gotta pay the bills, man, I get that. Sorry to hear you're not too thrilled about the work, though, but you're not alone in that feeling. Oh, I know. Not everything furry is about sex. That's true, Liz Kimber. I have a few furry friends that went down that route, and not everything's about sex. But there is a little bit of like an undertone. You know, like I wouldn't want my kid to be like, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want them to be a furry. Because the community, I feel like, it's not, you know, like I say that, you know, like, the Fonte, I say that one thing, and then I feel like I'm like, Jay, here's the thing, I understand. I think it's good, but also I'm just a little worried that there's a lot of overlap with some other extra things. You know, once they're a full adult, make your own decisions, sure, whatever. I'm not a fucking I'm not a parent yet. You know?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of saying things. Stop, Goblin. Those aren't goblin legs. Yet. But hold on. Let's make him goblin legs for a moment. Let's see how these look on goblins. We're gonna go gob. Oh, not bad. Look at the legs on Brad. It ain't bad. Let's see how they look on the female gob. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, here's the female gob. Now check this out. Let's check out their features. Look at that. Look at that prune. Look at that goblin prune. And then, if we go back to the male, let's check out his face. Also, they have an ear spider to protect them from earworms and mind maggots. Anyway, back to painting these boots. Oh hey, stop, Goblin. We had a fucking amazing stress test yesterday for the game where there were so many goblins running around. It was crazy. And someone made Chinny D went over and made a fucking only goblins guild. Don't worry, there's one in December that's like 48 hours. This one was sort of a test one. Do spiders poop? Don't ask me that. I don't want to know that my goblin has fucking spider poop in his brain. Well, there'll be one in December, and yeah, there'll be one in December. Don't worry about it. And it'll be better than the one this time, because this one had some lag issues still. Ollie fixed some things, and it was good, right? But there were still some issues, and I could tell that even Ollie was like, man, I wish I could have fixed that. He wasn't totally happy with it. But I have full confidence that he's gonna kill it. He's just gonna make us all proud and happy and have good connections and see when everybody's running around with 300 and some people in a really populated zone called Night Harbor that's way bigger than any other zone that we're gonna have in game. He's gonna kill it. That was for Eminem or Witherhome? That was for Eminem. Yeah. See how these boots look. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Alright, so we'll take this, we'll put it down here, and then we have to do the thing here. What the hell is going on even over here? Also, I'm not happy with the Northrend World of Warcraft stuff. I don't like this. Give me the fucking... I want the... Please give me something else. The Barons. Yeah, give me the Barons for a bit.
Welcome, dear traveler, to the sprawling savannas of the...
I'm sorry, what the fuck? No, I don't want... Just give me some music. I don't want to know about the lore of the Barrens. Been meaning to ask Loving Robot how he feels about Pantheon's 247 model they're starting up soon. I'm not sure if I'm not sure either. I'm not sure what he thinks of that. And the dragon will walk around next time. Yeah, the dragon will walk around instead of floating around. Alright, let's get this. Hold on. Am I happy with the top part here? I feel like over here could use a little love. Also, I need to mention to feel like, wait, who was I talking to? Who is the other shaman in chat? Hey, thanks for all the stress tests. Had so much fun. Tutorial. We cannot wait till get more people in for the next stress test. We need more time. I'm gonna get more textures done. There's gonna be more customization. We just really want to get like everybody's set up. I noticed a lot of people didn't even check out what the females looked like, and I think I want to change a little bit of that with Keith. I think that there's a lot of like I think the face should be front and center. That should be like top thing that you can change is your face, and then you change your hair, then you change your whatever features or beard, and then you change your hair color. Hair color should be like separate or maybe beside or something. I don't know. What the? Did I not save? Is it just that? Is that too dark? Maybe it is. Let's. There we go. Okay, good. I played female goblin. I think they look great, said Butt Chunder. Isaiah Sayer says, I checked them out. I just don't typically play female characters. Stress test was a ton of fun. Well, good. Made 2 female goblins and a human, says Tutorial. Eistern said, I played one. Liz Kimber said, me? Oh yeah, to the shaman thing. Liz Kimber, the shaman thing, now the guards should be set up correctly. So you can actually talk to them about where your guild is. Not that. As well as some other classes. Maybe one female character I remember seeing was Snoo Snoo the Ogre. What a great name. I'm so glad that name got caught on. Or got picked, I mean. Oh, hey. Speaking of ogres, Here, guys, check it out. Let's take a look at the female ogre. So, I don't know, Snob, if you're still around, but this is who I'm guessing you'll play. I know your name is Snob Goblin, but I mean, come on, look at this guy. His triceps are gonna be fixed, I think. His triceps should be like out here, and that will make him look real thick and big in comparison to where he is now. And then here's the female. Female ogre. Yeah, she's sick. She needs her own rig and everything, so that she'll look like correct. Because right now she's just using the male, or sorry, the female rig, the female human rig. That's why her shoulder's so up. Because if you go to the human, female, you can notice that her shoulder's slightly up. Same thing. But it's just like extreme. It's like kind of exaggerated. Can't wait to see the deep dwarves. That's gonna be awesome. Is there gonna be a female goblin? Yeah, there's female. There's already female goblin. What are you talking about? Female goblin right here. Look at this. Dadvek? Oh, a female gnome. Jesus, I did not read that right. Sorry, I saw the ogre. I'm just in the middle of a difficult Dark Tide mission. No problem, man. Here's the ogre. Again. Just in case. And we also have... I'm not sure if we're going to keep this skin tone. But we have this skin tone. And right now he's wearing some blue fucking things or whatever. Look at that butt crack. And then here's the female ogre. Yeah, power gauntlets. His triceps need to come bulging out like that. Like that. Being a Dark Tide, I really like the way that the ogre character, I forget what they're called. Ogrin or whatever. Look and animate. Box. 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 Lunch. Box. Box. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, you mean fucking... You made an ogre for sure. Alright, is this... How's the foot look here? Now, I have no idea where this is. I did not look at the female dwarf if they are in. Here's the female dwarf. Let me open up female dwarf. Here's the dwarf. So here's male dwarf. Dwarf. Fucking built. Dwarf. And then here's the female dwarf. Which will be taller and bigger, actually. The female dwarf will be taller and bigger. Right now, she's not nearly as tall as she should be. So, like, here's a dwarf, and the female dwarf should be, like up here. So she's gonna be bigger. Oh yes, and let's give the female dwarf a beard. Look at that. You can see the individual hairs. And then here's our gnome. Oh, gnome. Look at him, Jesus. Look at this guy. Look at his little diaper butt. He's got like a bunch of little oxen. Ugh, God. And then here's his. Gave him a sort of a Clint Eastwood face. Though I might need to chill out on that guy. This is probably my favorite gnome face. Little grumpy gnome. And then we can change eyebrows and everything. Alright, let's see. What am I doing right now? Why is my nose so big? Let's give you a little soul patch. And you can also change the beard color. So you can be like hair color, let's see. Oh wait, no, I need to change the eyebrow color. Where's white? There we go. Now he's old. Yeah, whatever, Lord Spacefish. Perfect. Mr. Perfect over here didn't even join the goddamn test yesterday. Too busy doing work and having a meeting with his boss and needing to, you know, actually do things that make and forward his life. Just needs a red pointed hat and a little beard. I think I want to take the dwarf beard. Let's take the dwarf. I want to take the... Jeez. It was right up in his beard. I sent you a picture of my beard. Please respond. Okay, so I want to take this beard and give it to the gnome. Of course, make it tiny. Asaya Sarah on YouTube says, "Actually live a real life? Lame." Yeah, I should have played Monsters and Memories with your boss. All right, okay, hold on. We actually need to get to the foot. Oh, by the way, there's also Halfling. Hello, Halfling. And the boots just don't load. Which is perfect. Okay. Human.
Oh my god, that makeup! And that dress!
Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on.
A face cape. Okay, hold on. What are we doing? Need to check. Alright, so that's where that is. Where's this? That's where that is. Alright, where's these? Okay. Which one is which? This one? Okay, that one's the thing. So we go here. Alright. How far does that go? Oh, that can go over here. That can go over here. No. Which music is this from? I'm pretty sure this is from Barons. This is World of Warcraft Barons. I realized that I didn't answer you. Sorry, Snog. Actually, you know what? Hey, check this out. 1 second. Monsters and Memories soundtrack. Check this out. You ready for some fucking sick music? Let's start with Glass Flats. It's my favorite. So this is his own music for the game. Well, back to my real life. Looking forward to Eminem in December. Alright. Catch you later, man. Or... well, man. Whatever. Man is fucking gender neutral anyway. Whatever. This Nightmare trying to... Cool thing about that experience was later I could help other Spellblades find him. Yes, and that's important. And maybe it's not too bad now, right? Where like there's been this idea of people, and I don't know how well it works, where people like help other players and have it like a reward like associated with that, but isn't helping people its own reward? I don't know. I'd like to think that, but... Organic knowledge transfer? Yes. However, it should be easier now, with things not broken. You'll actually be able to ask a guard, and they'll be like, yep. And then we also want to add, like I mentioned before, these signs into the city. That will help a lot. Ew, what the hell did I just do? There you go. Alright, trying to find like the through line right now for the heal, because it's seems like it's going like this way, but it's not. It's just right here. This is the through line, and I've been painting in the wrong fucking place. God damn it. Isn't this fucking track a banger? God damn. Helping is good, and is in the nature of the whole game in a way, because you guys aren't fleecing us for money. I feel like there's less pressure for people to get their money's worth. Alright, yeah, that's fair. And we'll spend ages helping others, buffing people, or offering quests, items they found, that sort of thing. Imagine adding AI chatbots to NPCs you could ask real questions. True. Very true, Lord Spacefist. I wish that we could actually do this. I think there's someone out there that's actually working on this right now. And if we could have it where NPCs had like a full like chat integration with our NPCs. Wait, NPCs have they were told like ruthlessly only to, like they were trained exclusively on our lore. That would be amazing. Right? And then it would be like, okay, this NPC would only know about this. This NPC would only know about this. And then that's just like the thing. That would be amazing. I don't think we'll do it. I think it would be amazing. I don't think we'll do it. Was it Unity asset that you saw that did that? Okay. I wonder what the load is on that though, and how viable that would be for an MMO. Like, I don't want to just dismiss it right away, but I really do wonder. Would the server handle it? Would your computer handle it? And then send it off to the server as something that has been said and answered with? And well, what would be the deal with that? I don't know. It's interesting. You know, it'd be really cool. Let's say we hired people, real people, to be NPCs in the game. Okay? And we use that data of hired people in the game to answer questions. They'd just be answering questions for like hours and days, whatever, you know, like months. And if we just do like this, and then we just train all that data. Boom. That'd be cool as hell. In-tech game support? Yeah. In-game tech support, I mean. No, I would love to have, like, actual, like, hired NPCs in our game. That'd be sick. And I don't mean to, like, you know, like, immediately, like, use them to replace. I'm just thinking about in terms of things that are possible. I don't think we'll ever do, like, voice things or anything. With the way that MUD is working, like, the MUD interactions, it's, like, it's already, like, super intense. And I just want to... I just want our quest to have, like, a... I kind of want our quest to be, like, little wikis. Or not quests, our NPCs to be, like, little wikis. You know? You ask where something is, and someone's like, I don't know about that, but you could ask this person. And then that person has the knowledge base because they have, like, either they're a tailor, so they know about the tailoring, like, in other cities, or they're in that city and they're surrounded by other people, and then go, like, so the blacksmith next to the tailor would know about the tailoring stuff, and so you could ask the blacksmith, where's the tailor, and he's like, oh, he's here. And I sometimes see him like going off doing some weird things at night, and you're like, whoa. But then you go to the tailor, and then you're able to ask about, or like, where do I find this item? Well, you can ask the tailor. Okay, now I'm asking the tailor, where would I find this specific item? Oh, that item's made of this specific like seaweed that can be found here. And so having a player go through that, ask a guard or ask someone, and then go, oh, be redirected to the tailor, and then ask the tailor about that said item, and then be redirected to where you'd find it in game. Like, if we had all that actually set up, would be fucking amazing. Set up a little information booth at night market. I think we actually have a decent, like, system that would allow for something like that. I just don't think we've fleshed it out quite yet. Because there's, like, classifications of things, and certain people know stuff, and so we do have that, but it's just not fleshed out. Also, is the music too loud? Let me know. Good. Alright, let's play the Telekir bit. Where is Taylor Swift? I've never heard of that person ever before in my life. I will say, there was something someone said here. Oh yeah, okay, holy shit. As a shaman, I found, I went to my abilities, and it was like right as the test was ending, so I know I'm going for this like immediately next test. Is I need to get enough silver or whatever, or gold, copper, I think it's like 10 copper or something. I need to get enough copper to get I think it was called, it was like animal invisibility or something. This one is the Telekir track. So animal invisibility. So that means that those fucking jackal pups that would have walked up or whatever and they just aggro on you is immediately like super useful to have animal invisibility on your party. So you can just like Oh, finally, then I'm not gonna get fucking ganked by those jackal pups. You know, we're just like doing our own thing, and then it's like I'll have this beetle, and I'm stuck in this one spot, and you can't quite run away because the daze thing is like super intense, and then all of a sudden, you know, this fucking jackal just shows up next to you, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, is this good? Are we happy with this boot? Yeah, and so I'm sort of thinking like, no, maybe it's over here. Oh, there it is. There's the boot, the rest of the boot. So anyway, jackal invisibility or animal invisibility to animals, I think is what it's called. I'm getting that. Like that's the goal next test. Will there either be a hardcore only server or a mode you can toggle with your character creation in that? We do have both hardcore and solo self found in the game. I forget exactly how to actually enable it, but it's in the game. Oh, here it is. I was like, what the hell's going on? Way the hell over here. This texture is just a mess. I should use this texture as the base for all other textures, to be honest. Once I fix it. Yeah, where the hell is this? What's going on here? Am I gonna fix it? No. Is this gonna fix it? Yes. Okay. Not gonna fix it? No. The fuck? Oh. Fucking course. Fixed it. Here I am just running around on this texture, fucking clueless. Sorry, I swear. My bad. Okay, wait, what the hell did I just do? I fixed it and then immediately broke it right after. What the hell? Alright, I fixed it again. Life's good. So now we have these boots. We have these gloves that I want to do an extra little bit of work on. And the belt is not worked on at all. Okay. Still more work to do. Let's see if we can grab this. Paste it. What's it gonna look like up here? Hey, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Just chill out on how deep these shadows go on it. Take it out completely. We'll save, we'll see how that looks in comparison. Oops. Move this back down over so it overlaps perfectly. And we'll be able to move this down a little bit so we get a little combination of both. Save. Nice. Alright, now let's do the belt. Praxis Muse, will there either be a hardcore... Oh wait, no, I already read this. Yeah. And let's take this. And let's take this. Just gonna do that. And let's take a look at the belt here. Actually, let's keep that. Let's keep that. Alright. Now with the belt. There we go. There we go. Smooth. Going well. There we go. And how do I want to build this in? Do I want to have it kind of come like that?
Looks pretty good to me already. Come on. Oh, that looks really good. Take this and fill out the highlight a bit. Then we'll go here and go like that. We get a little bit of the we want. There's this line called the Terminator line. It's a little, or you can just treat it as like bounce light, where the center is actually more in shadow than everything else, and so you get this little touch of bounce light here at the bottom of the bit. Looks really good. Makes things look real 3D real quick. This is all just on a 2D plane. There you go. And I'm going to get a little bit of the belt here going. Did I understand it correctly that Deep Dwarf's armor will show a stone, the stone changing? Yes. Well, here's the thing. That's my approach. I don't know, maybe the team will hate it. I'm always open about that sort of thing when it comes to here. I'm able to say yes, that is my approach and my intent, but it might not go that way. I work with other people, right? So we'll see. Okay, hold on. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I think it's because this underwear has that little bit. That makes sense. Yeah, so you'll be able to essentially, like, your character is essentially going to be, you're going to have less variety of like colors and stuff as you like level up. You'll get little pockets of like your helmet and your shoulders and everything will be different colors as you equip them and all that stuff, but for the most part your other gear is going to be sort of like, I think we should use like a lerp system that we're currently using and sort of override whatever color it is that we have. That looks pretty good. Dravenstein says the stress test yesterday was a blast, had a lot of fun running around and completing a few quests. Well, you're better than most. I mean,
A lot of people didn't even get a few quests done. They got 1 or 2. You is 3? Couple is 2. Yeah. I got one major quest done. I found the guild, the Shaman Guild, and then I completed the quest for the Shaman Guild. And then I came across the next guy, and I had no idea what to do. He was like, "You're not ready yet." And I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean? Do I have to be a higher level?" What do you mean I'm not ready yet? Not ready my ass. I'll fucking kill you.
Anyways, that was my goblin self, like, ready to just fight. Oh, I do. Oh yeah, that's... people... I think Nick made it to like level 7 or something. Find a group, you get killing. Every once in a while, at the perfect time, you know, you go, that's it, I need a new spell. And you go find your spell guy, you sell what you have, and you get some new spells. That's the way to do it. And you gotta find the right mobs so that you can... Mind you, I mean, it's Nick, so... I'm not gonna say he cheated, but I am gonna say he had a head start. And I don't mean like him starting to level like sooner than other people. I just mean in his knowledge of the game. Not to take away what, you know, the achievement of hitting level 7 for him. I'm sure he could find some optimizations even. He's like, next test, in the same amount of time, I'll hit level 8. You know, like, that's what I'm betting he'll do. Did the Monk Sash quest, or you did the Monk Sash quest to get the stat belt? I wonder what does it look like? What does that belt look like? Maybe I can... I don't know if we have art updated it or anything. Oh, by the way, what you're hearing right now is, I think this is the merchant music. Wait, hold on. Is this the merchant music or is this the trainer music? Yeah, this is the merchant.
Alright, okay. So, this set is almost done. So, okay, well, it's not almost done, but could be. Oh, there's a little bit here that a little weird. Here. Needs to go a little bit further, and this needs to go a little bit further. Go a little bit further. See how that looks. What the? Maybe up. Trying to get this connection right. Not bad, but it's fine. Okay. It's just a red sash, if I remember correctly. Okay, cool. I think I asked you that question as if you were a dev. Do we have that in? Do we have that in data? I don't. Sorry. Alright, there we go. And now, let's load up a chest. Where's the chest? Worm's Bane. Oh, and this belt should show up over that, but it doesn't. And then undershirt, I think we have Worm's Bane. What? Oh, maybe we just have like a basic or something. Worms. Oh, maybe we don't have it. Also, doesn't that look sick? It was fun that the music changed when selling. Yeah. Let's see. I'll have to make a new thing, I think, for the undershirt to go under all this. And then I also need to check out the bracers. And the pants. Here's the gloves. Or the pants. Yeah, these need work.
Oh, okay. So here's the bracer and here's the pants. Those actually look not bad. Ish. God. My selection right now. Sorry, I'm using a mouse. I don't know why I'm using a mouse. I just am. Trying to be as accurate as I can. Alright, okay. We have the two selected. Act inverse. Chill the fuck out on how dark that is. I hit save. Save. And there are the actual pants. And I need to go turn off the beat. And I'll turn off the waist. And I will also turn off the chest. So we can see what it's actually supposed to be. And I'm gonna go over here and actually change it to something that's not purple. Worms, Bane. What the hell is that even? Worms, Bane, that's not it. Eroded. There we go. So now we get these pants all done up, and life's good. Oh, and we also need the bracers. So let's do, where are you, bracers? Gloves, bracers. Here we go. We're in Spain. Oh, so that means we gotta turn off the gloves, I guess. Weird that the gloves show up over top. Alright. Go the hell out. Did I nail that? Did I fucking nail that? Oh, no, I'm like a pixel off. Those,
Yeah, that's what it should look like. Anything, it should show up all the way down. As a monk and Choir, black ninja outfit or a Ryuken looking key would be cool. Thank you for your hard work and have a good one, Dravenstein says. Oh, we're gonna get some cool shit for monk. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got you covered. Yeah, somewhere around there. Oh, okay. Do I want this part here to go up a little bit further? Like something like that. Pretty cool to me. How many races are you hoping to get into game for the December test? Maybe the female gnome. That's it. I don't think we'll do any more. We want to. We want to make sure that all the races are of the correct quality. That's what we want. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that when we do things, we I want to bring up all of the art, all of the textures to a level that we can showcase everybody as not broken. And so when people see like I'd rather do like a second beard for the dwarf, or make sure the eyebrows on the ogre work, and give a second face to the dwarfs, both male and female. You know, like I'd like to do that, where I give people like the high quality version of the thing that they want to play. And like the same thing with the ogre. We want the ogre to be rigged. We want the ogre to have good animations. We want, you know, there to be no broken cloth. We want it to be like a high, like, or not a high, but a version of our game that is, in my opinion, like we don't have to make excuses anymore. Where we go, oh, it's just a test, whatever. You go, okay, that's what it's going to look like. Silurius says I can't select the server because the test isn't on. Oh man, Silurius, you missed it. There is a next planned test this December, yes. So that's the goal, and then from there, like, cause right now, like elves, they'll be quick. Yeah, humans, all 3 elves will be quick. With the rate that I've been burning through textures, yeah, they'll be pretty quick. Because the rate that that Zukin can take a model and adjust it super quick. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. He's super quick at models. I'm pretty quick at textures. I want to go through a lot of the gear and maybe even make a few new sets or something that people can wear. And I want to keep adding to that. And I also want to make weapons and all that stuff. But all that stuff is like whatever. That comes after next playtest where we finalize like I think in my mind I want to make this as final as we can. I want to make it so eyes can be chosen different thing or different colors of eyes and tusks and different eyebrows and have essentially nothing really broken on Character Creator. That's what I want. Okay, actually, I am quite tired. It just hit me right now. How long have I been streaming? 3.5 hours? It's felt like a half hour. And I'm exhausted. What I think I might do is I might take a break. I might come back later today and stream. But I need to take a break. And then I can finish off whatever the hell I'm working. Yesterday was exhausting. As much as it was like fun to play, I was just okay, hold on. What the hell's going on? Why am I listening to Final Fantasy soundtrack now? Hey guys, I'm super glad that you guys enjoyed the test or the stress test. I hope, goodness gracious, that I'll be able to continue doing this work and continue making a lot of the textures feel really good for all the races. And I guess that's it. I'm just super grateful to be on the team. Super grateful that you guys seem to enjoy a lot of the work that we've done. I kept on looking at a lot of the content that people were looking at, you know, for the game, you know, or I was looking at some of the VODs and stuff, and everybody seemed really happy with the way that things were. It's just it wasn't quite there yet in terms of like the amount of stuff that we had. You know, second faces and the hierarchy of all those stuff, so I want to talk to Keith about that. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. I've been rambling. I want to thank you guys. Go to Monsters and Memories. If you want to support us, tell someone about it. Tell someone about Monsters and Memories and that they should join the next stress test. Post about it online if you can. Find a forum, find some like Reddit things, mention it, you know, just like, you know, that's what I would suggest if you guys want to support the game. That means that more people get to sort of see the stuff that we're doing, whether they like it or not, you know, but at least they're seeing it. Liz Kimber says, we love that you all I'll do it because you believe and not because you fleeced everyone for money and feel the guilt. The amount of work done and how well it went yesterday, the whole thing was better than some released stuff. Well, it will get even better from here because certain things were just unplayable for a bit. Like being able to see where your friends went, right? That it just updated way too late, and then all of a sudden they were like 15 feet away, and you don't know where the fuck they went, so you had to like look around or whatever. That, I think, if we can solve that and have everybody like actually, you know, like World of Warcraft felt fucking really good, even as not crappy. Jesus Christ, World of Warcraft feels really good in terms of that. Even vanilla is what I was gonna say. Felt really good for that. So if we can hit that level of like finish as an indie team, we've done a really. Well, I'm glad, Liz. Alright, okay, I'm gonna dip for good. And I'll be back, probably later today, at some point. Alright, I'll catch you all later. Enjoy your Sunday. Peace. Oh, fuck, one more thing.